welcome to the second episode of Football Coin Fantasy Scout, in which we discuss fantasy football drafts and how to improve them. Today we're talking to Eduard.
Thank you.
We're actually going to be looking at his choices for the Premier League mostly.
Yeah.
Just see what your strategies are, what you were thinking when you chose your squad for the first week of the Premier League. And we're actually going to go back and forth as time goes on and just see how your choices maybe have improved, what your scores in Football Coin are. So without further ado, Eduard, what's your experience with fantasy football?
Yeah, thank you. It's great to be here with your guest. I started less than a year ago. My first choice was Football Coin, and since then I stick to the platform because the game is amazing and it's the best out there.
It's very cool to hear. And actually, I think we should actually mention that this week you won another really big contest. It was a contest of, 1,500 people?
Yeah, over.
Over, yeah. And you won that without any actual collectible cards, so that was just with true star-rated cards.
Yes, only 3 cards. Good picks. I was inspired.
That's brilliant.
Happy.
Yeah. So we're actually, in our first episode, we had a chance to speak to a total newbie in fantasy football. This time we're speaking to someone a bit more experienced. So this way we can just see different strategies, how our users think. So we should mention we don't actually have the results in Football Coin for the Premier League. They're still being calculated right now. But we have a bit of an idea of what the players did just because the matches have been played. So let's see, what's the formation first off for your team?
3-4-3, balanced formation.
So it's just the idea of the balance, or just how
who do you have
as a goalkeeper?
Alisson, all day. Great goalkeeper.
Right. What were you looking for?
I was trying to get a clean sheet.
Right. Yeah.
Clean sheet is very important in fantasy football, so that's what you have to go for.
Yeah, so that's definitely going to bring you a lot of points. Who do you have as his reserve, as his substitute?
Leno from Arsenal, also a great goalkeeper.
Yeah.
In my opinion, they are the 2 best goalkeepers in Premier League right now. Okay, we can talk about De Gea also, but this week I went for Alisson and Leno.
Yeah, that does make sense. You're looking mostly for the clean sheet. Also, I'm guessing if it's a team that Liverpool could easily win against, Alisson isn't gonna have so many saves. But I guess clean sheet, that's a priority right now. Yeah. So you must be a bit worried about the injury though.
Yes, the injury unfortunately happened.
Yeah.
That's the life of footballers, and for the next week I have to rethink my pick.
Yes.
For the goalkeeper, maybe it will be Ederson. I don't know.
Yeah. Plus, Liverpool did concede 1 goal, so they did win pretty comfortably, but they did get 1 goal. So I guess the part about the clean sheet, that was very close, but not quite.
Yeah, that's the life in fantasy football, right?
Yeah, sure. So we should mention both these keepers, if I'm not mistaken, they're free right now, so any manager can actually use them. Probably gonna be like we talked in the first episode, they're probably gonna be upgraded in the following weeks, but yeah, for now they're free. I think we're gonna go to the defenders that also all of them are free for the moment. So
yes,
talk to us about that.
Alexander Trent.
Yeah.
Andrew Robertson, Harry Maguire in the first team, and the reserve was Kolasinac from Arsenal. Unfortunately, Kolasinac was not in the team for Arsenal, but not for football reasons. He had other issues.
Sure.
Great defenders. Maguire, the hit of Manchester United on the market this summer, and Trent and Robertson. What we can say about them? They are amazing. They play in the Champions League. They play in the Premier League. Very best.
Yeah. So I'm guessing when you get those two, they also create chances, they also cross,
They go
assist.
forward, they assist, they do everything.
Yeah, so basically if you get a defender that you're lucky to maybe score a goal or create an assist, that automatically raises your point tally, right?
Points, yeah. Usually I try to go for 3 defenders, 2 that go, assist, make crosses, do everything as Trent and Robertson, and 1 as Harry Maguire who can go at the corners, he can go in the box and score a header or something like that.
Right, yeah. And were you impressed with Maguire? He's just had his first game. So we should mention mention it again. This is actually your draft is for the first week of the Premier League. And we already have the score, so we already know that United beat Chelsea 4-0.
Yeah.
Maguire, pretty good performance, right?
Impressive. He can be right at the top with Van Dijk. I hope he will be there, and why not even better?
Yeah. And for the moment, as opposed to Van Dijk, he's still free in football points. So Van Dijk would be a free start player. But yeah, definitely a massive improvement for United. So let's see. I see that you focus a lot of your energy on the midfielders. Again, if I'm not mistaken, they're all free cards. So let's go over each one. What were you thinking with those?
Sigurdsson,
Yeah.
number 10, has vision, passes, can do everything. Takes set pieces, score goals.
Great investment there.
Yeah. Zaha, unfortunately, Zaha was only a reserve this round. Good player. Ndombele, my favorite player from this team.
Yeah.
Came to Premier League. Definitely this year Kante has a rival, but in my opinion Ndombele will overcome Kante. He will be better because the first round he also scored the goal. I was expecting this from Ndombele. He goes forward, he goes in the defense, he helps the defensive line, he does everything. He's an engine in the midfield. And Bernardo Silva, even though he was a reserve, he is a main point at Manchester City and their success. He's the invention of Guardiola and he must be in the team. Also, he's a free card, why not?
Yeah. And right out of the gate, I'm thinking all those 4 players in a regular game they could score, and that's very helpful for your total points. I'm actually looking at the scoring system right now. So if a midfielder scores, they get 10 points as opposed to an attacker that only gets 8.
Yeah.
So that's
You can gather more points with offensive midfielders, but you always have to have in your team also box-to-box midfielder as in Ndombele, who can also intercept passes and go with the ball at his feet, try to score goals, try to do assists, try to block attacks.
Yeah. I'm thinking throughout the year, if you were to pick Sigurdsson and Zaha, especially if you were to pick them consistently, they can score maybe 10 goals a season. Zaha even more. He's just coming into his own at Crystal. Could be leaving this winter, but probably still in the Premier League. Very good player. Yeah.
The reserve was Rodri from Manchester United.
What's your opinion of him since he arrived at?
I don't have a clear opinion about him. I tried him this week for the first round. We have to see because Premier League is one of the hardest championships in the world, hardest leagues, and we have to see how he will fit in the team, how he will behave in the Premier League with so much stress in the midfield.
Right. Yeah. So he's coming in, if I understand this correctly, sort of as a replacement for Fernandinho, or long-term replacement. And those are exactly the kind of players that score a lot of points, I guess, in football coin. Manchester City players.
Yeah. We need to see if Rodri will replace Fernandinho because Fernandinho was one of a kind in Manchester City, and we should see. Rodri was my bet this round for the first round. It was more like an experiment. We'll see if I will pick him in the next weeks.
Passes, very important in fantasy football, right? Because I remember last year, for example, Jorginho, he was very criticized overall, but in football coin was one of the best players just just because he makes so many passes for Chelsea.
Yeah, let's not forget that Mourinho said about Jorginho that he's the best midfielder in the world. And you have to, sometimes you have to follow what Mourinho says, because even though he doesn't have a team now, he's a great manager.
Yeah, I would follow up by saying that Mourinho's also had a few things to say about Luke Shaw, and obviously Shaw is not in your team.
No.
I'm curious to see what he scores this week. But going forward, what do you have as attackers, as forwards?
Maddison, Nicolas Pepe, and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. The reserve is Richarlison.
Interesting. So you got 3 out of 4. Pepe obviously didn't start for Arsenal, but he did make some contribution. He came in, I guess, last 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, last 20 minutes. It was his first match in the Premier League. Promising talent. We must see for the future what he can deliver. Aubameyang,
Right.
great. He's free. You must have him
Yeah.
every week in your team. He provides assists. He scores goals. He does everything. James Maddison, young talent, great future, good set pieces. It was my pick.
Yeah, absolutely. So Maddison, of course, is also on the radar of big teams. We've heard talk about Manchester United, about La Liga. Definitely a great player. I guess Nicolas Pepe is just starting to adapt to Arsenal. As for Aubameyang, yeah, as you mentioned, is maybe the best free player in the Premier League right now. So he was the top goal scorer last year, scored in his first week.
When we talk about forwards, yes, the best free player you can pick for your team in Premier League, definitely.
And maybe for the future, Richarlison could match him for that. A lot of people are fans of his.
Yes, Richarlison, young prospect. We should see for the future, but it was a good free card. You can expect some surprises from him, score goals. That's what you need.
Yeah, absolutely. He's also making a round in the Brazilian national team, so that's certainly something for his resume. Now tell us about, well, what are you happy with, considering that we don't know the actual score in Football Coin, but we know what happened in the real games. So what do you think could have gone better? What are you happy about?
Well, I'm very happy about Ndombele.
Right, yeah.
I'm very happy about him. I'll keep him in the next weeks in the team. Also happy about Maguire. Trent, Robertson, also get the team for the next week. Rodri, maybe I'll start Rodri in the first team. I think I will change Richarlison. I'll pick someone else. Kolasinac will stay there because I think he will play in the next round. Leno also. So I will keep the core of the team, but I will make some.
So yeah, we were mentioning different strategies. So the Premier League, that's probably the most popular one we have right now. But Football Coin has 11 leagues for the moment, including we have the Champions League and the Europa League. We've had the World Cup. So I'm guessing, taking into account the scoring system, the difference in quality, even, what would you do differently? We were taking Russia as an example.
Yes, I mostly stick to the 3-4-3 formation. Sometimes I go for 3-5-2 in the Russian Premier League because in Russia we have many talents as midfielders, such as Miranchuk brothers, but also great forwards as Azmoun, who are also there were some rumors that Liverpool is interested in Azmoun, Juba from CSKA Moscow, Chalov, and we have some good players in the Russian Premier League, and why not? Diversity, it's a good thing.
You're going mostly for so I see 5 midfielders.
Yes.
A lot of times, is it mostly because of what passes, the fact that they can score goals?
You have also passes, also assists, also goals.
Yeah, because I saw you're definitely going. You're definitely considering the scoring system when you're making your teams.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's really helpful. And Russia is on easy mode, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, we have easy mode on Russia.
So we should mention this for anyone listening who's not really familiar with Football Coin. We have two versions of the game. So there's the Pro
Yes, easy and pro.
and the Easy. Yeah, the Pro obviously has a lot more variables. The Easy usually has the very basic ones, the goals, the shots on goal, and so on.
Yes, I recommend to all the new users, new players, to start with easy mode,
Yeah.
get used, and then to try some competition at pro level. It's harder, you can have some surprises there on pro, but it's very good to start on easy.
Yeah, that does make sense. That's a good training. Okay, so going back, we're actually going to wrap this up in a bit, but I want to hear your take on the Premier League and who you think is going to win it. So I saw that your team had a bunch of new recruits, some new players that got transferred in the summer window. How much of a difference do you think that's going to make, and do you think anyone can challenge City for the title?
Well, first of all, I think Liverpool will win the title this year. But after the first round, maybe I'm dreaming, maybe I'm overexcited, but I also think Manchester United can join City and Liverpool in their battle for the title.
Wow, yeah. That was a very unexpected result, and obviously that's going to build a lot of morale, winning 4-0 against Chelsea at home first week. But the score was a bit unfair to Chelsea, right?
It was a bit unfair, but United has now some great young players, Martial, Rashford. They have a great goalkeeper, De Gea. Now it's Maguire there, who gives you the boost in the defense that is so important. But I think in the end, Liverpool will win the title.
Okay, so I was asking you about the new players in the Premier League. So we're seeing a few youngsters that are doing really well. Are you expecting a few breakout stars, maybe from Chelsea, maybe Arsenal?
There might be, but it's too early to talk about this. And Premier League, it's a hard league, and you need time to adapt.
Sure.
So I think now that the players who have experience will be decisive in the title race.
Right. We should mention this. We actually talked about this in the first episode. So Football Coin will have some changes to its format. Right now, most of the players are free, but Football Coin will introduce an option where players will remain free, but you can actually get them by doing certain tasks inside the game. So they'll be rated. They'll have a different rating in the future, probably in September. So some of the players, like I'm guessing Aubameyang and some of the players you had in the team, we're going to see a few changes, but nothing drastic. I mean, most of the players will remain available for everyone. Well, finally, I'm going to ask you, because I know you're playing in a number of leagues. You're not specialized just on the Premier League. What are you excited about for the new season and for fantasy contests?
For the Russian Premier League,
Yeah.
Ligue 1 in France, and of course, where my favorite player in the world now, Kai Havertz, plays the Bundesliga. Is going to start this weekend, and I cannot wait to make my team. And also the main contest now in Football Coin, the one that mixes Romania, Poliaș, the current leaders in the Romanian First League, and matches from Ligue 1 or other leagues.
It is a bit of a shameless plug, but we're happy with that. So Football Coin is partnering with this Romanian club, Poliaș. It's having a dream season right now, so they're number one in the Romanian Championship. And since we are partnering with them, we're happy to be promoting them through these contests as well. So that's about it for us. What I'm I'm hoping we're gonna do is in the next few weeks we're actually gonna check back on your results,
Yeah.
see what's changed, see how you're doing. I'm expecting you to be doing really well from what I've seen.
Yeah. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure to be here, and always I will return, expecting for better results.
Thank you. Can't wait to hear the updates.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much.
That's about it for the Football Coin Fantasy Scout, the second episode. We're gonna be coming back, giving you some extra tips in the weeks ahead. So stay tuned. You are the manager.